Did you know that there are more stars in the universe than there are individual grains of sand on all of the beaches of the earth combined? It's pretty astounding when you think about it. But it leads me into my question of the day. What are you? Now, what you are by mere circumstance of your birth is the exact same thing that I am. We are both unique individuals, and for all of time, there will only be one of you and one of me. Which leads to another question. How do you live your life? By what standard do you gauge your life? I think that is what I want to talk about today is heroes, because heroes determines how we live. And I want to answer the question, who are my heroes? Why are they important to me? And how are they helping me to become a better artist? Hello, my name is Jeffrey W. Spencer and welcome to my channel. On this channel is basically about my journey of becoming a better artist. I'm sharing my life with family and friends far removed by distance, and I'm inviting you to come along. So, today's topic is, who are my heroes? Now, I want to talk about three heroes, but one specifically, really. So I'll tell you who my three heroes are, the top three heroes that I think that I want to emulate. And that is Norman Rockwell, Bob Ross, of course, the man himself, Happy Trees, and Thomas Kinkade, the painter of light. Now, all three of these artists are American artists, but they have sort of a shtick, if you will. They're all very idealistic. They're all very sentimental, and they all portray Americana as something good and valuable, and make life worth emulating. Now, Thomas Kinkade is a very special kind of hero for me because he was a man of faith. He was an avowed Christian artist who was not afraid to display his Christian faith or to espouse his Christian faith in his paintings. Some people took that affront to that. I don't, because quite frankly, I want to do that myself. But Thomas Kinkade was a flawed man. He had some demons, personal demons that he struggled with, and they became especially apparent later in his life. He only died a few years ago at the age of 54. So he was found in his bed after his death. In his blood was alcohol and Valium. He had died of alcohol poisoning. Under his fingernails was green oil paint. He had spent the previous night drinking and doing what he loved, painting. And he had actually said on a previous occasion when he was interviewed, how would he want to die? He wanted to paint for the rest of his life, that he wanted to check out and die painting, doing what he loved. He basically got what he wanted, albeit probably not the way his kids wanted or his wife. See, Thomas Kinkade was a workaholic, and as an alcoholic, it's a disease. If you know somebody who is an alcoholic, you'll know that it's a personal struggle, and it's hard sometimes to overcome, and especially when things are despondent. Which brings me to a painting that I would like to share with you about why Thomas Kinkade is a hero of mine. Thomas Kinkade had personal demons that he struggled with. We know that. And the painting Footprints in the Sand is very emblematic of Thomas Kinkade's style, and also his preface to his painting, his purpose. Footprints in the Sand is about a story about a man who has a dream. In the dream, he is walking along the beach, and beside him, he's walking with Jesus Christ. He's looking up into the sky, and he sees scenes from his life. And he and Jesus are walking along the beach talking about the scenes until they get to the end of his life. He turns around and looks back towards the beach, and he sees periodic things where there's two footprints in the sand and then one, they converge, and then two, and then one. And the man is very despondent. He turns to Jesus Christ and he says, "Lord, you told me that if I followed you, you would never leave me. Look, those were the times, the saddest times in my life. And there's only one set of footprints. Why hast thou forsaken me, Lord?" And Jesus looked at the man and said, "My child, those are the times when I was carrying you." You think about that and the meaning that that has of Christian hope, of Christian faith, of grace, of salvation. The painting by Thomas Kinkade pictures this on a western shoreline in California with a California pier of a nostalgic era, a family playing on the pier, flying the American flag boldly, a California surfer in the waves. There are seagulls overhead, and pelicans underneath the pier, and sailboats in the far distance. The setting sun of a western sky is very emblematic of California itself. A beautiful scene portraying a beautiful moment where two footprints are in the sand and they converge into one. You ask me why Thomas Kinkade is my hero? Well, was he sentimental? No doubt. Was he nostalgic? No doubt. Idealistic? Yes. And I love him for it. I hope to someday be good enough that a critic will look at my work and call me an idealistic, nostalgic, sentimental painter. I could only hope, because it would be the greatest compliment that I could ever receive, to be thought of in the same way as Thomas Kinkade, or Bob Ross, or Norman Rockwell. You see, I think that you and I both know that we're only on earth for a short period of time, and how we live our life is determined by the heroes that we seek to emulate in life. Now, Cary Grant was once asked, how did he become known as suave and debonair? And he said, "I'm an actor. I saw people act certain ways, and I wanted to act. I emulated them, and I became that." And that's how he became known as that kind of person. So Thomas Kinkade was a flawed man. Yes, he was human. And I think that we can forgive our heroes of their human frailty. But despite his humanity, despite his problems, he continued to be a great artist. And he continued to inspire other people, including myself. I did not know these things until recently, until I started thinking about this about 3 weeks ago, looking at the heroes in Houston after Hurricane Harvey. My neighbor and his son and a friend got their boat out, and they joined the Cajun Navy for a week. I've been working straight for the last 4 weeks myself, but what I've been doing pales in comparison to the people on the ground in Houston. I have a friend who was put on 24-hour notice that they had to evacuate their home because a dam might break. That's something to think about. We are unique individuals only on earth for a short time, and I think it's up to us how we live our life. And what determines how we live our life is the heroes that we choose to emulate, to aspire to inspire others. There are good things in life. There are little things in life. And if we lose sight of the big perspective and recognize that there are little things, and those little things matter, and you don't have to be a world-famous gymnast or an actor or an actress or a star athlete in order to live a good life. Emulate your heroes. Choose your heroes wisely, and you will do well in life. My name is Jeffrey W. Spencer, and from deep in the heart of Texas, I want to say hasta luego. Till next time, let me know in the comment section, who are your heroes? Why are they your heroes, and how do they inspire you to become a better artist? I'd like to know. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye.